Hey there, everybody. Welcome back to the channel. We have a new legendary mythic emblem banner this month. And I'm personally trying to get ahead of it. It is several days away, however. So hopefully you guys don't mind a double upload today. But I wanted to get it out, talk about it. I've talked about it a couple times during the hero trackers and stuff like that. So what you're going to hear today is not really anything different from what I've been saying for a couple months now. But it will also kind of help confirm what exactly it is that we're likely going to be seeing in the upcoming banner. So let's start with what we have as filler. I'm waiting for Soth to get knocked off of this thing. Good God, I'm waiting for him. He is taking up a lot of space for me. Amelia as well. They are the only two left from their respective banners. A rearmed and an ascended hero at that same time. The Brave banner would fall next. The line in column 3. That is going to be December. I've talked about that a fair amount. But that's not what we're talking about today. We're talking about the November banner. Alright. So, November banner. What we got? Pretty straightforward, you know. It is also more or less confirmed now, I believe. I had been saying that Ninian, even if she did appear in Hall of Forms, which was a really strong possibility that that was the case, I still thought she would end up on the banner for November, especially given that, you know, as you can see, we had no green filler. And the Brave banner is coming back in its entirety in December, almost certainly. So, always kind of thought that we would have a Ninian there. Glad that we still have a Ninian there, though a legendary Ninian in Hall of Forms would have been pretty sick. But hey, is what it is. Everybody else you can see, pretty straightforward, right? Now, if you recall from the current Book 8 program, we still have 2 main cast members. The Apple Snake Lady, and then also Tree Guy. Groot 2.0. Alright. Now, what does that mean? That means that, well, maybe red and colorless are going to get filled in, and when you know it, that would leave 1 blue and 1 colorless spot open, a rearmed and an ascended option. Now, ascendeds are limited in terms of the item they provide. They are not from the limited pool, however, so I'm not entirely, I wouldn't be shocked to see an ascended hero alongside a rearmed. Typically, the banners try and have a rearmed or an or a tuned hero, and I assume down the road we will also see aided heroes get thrown into that mix as well. So I don't think it's crazy to have a Soth and an Amelia here. I think that honestly would make a little bit of sense, if I'm being real. Now, obviously, if this is what happens, and given what we know about December, likely having the entire Brave banner, a new book character that's getting introduced in Book 9 in December, as well as the new Legend or Emblem or Mythic or whomever for that month. I think it's supposed to be an Emblem hero. All those slots are pretty much filled at this point. So, realistically, this banner prediction is the most likely case of what we're going to see. Okay? Now, it might not be the case. They may not do a double mythic like they have in the past. They may swap somebody out here or there for one reason or another. But I think ultimately what I have down is the prediction on the far right there. Doesn't hurt progress. Okay. Doesn't hurt progress for the upcoming batch because of how December is run. And then, of course, we have January and all that stuff as well, featuring a handful of limited options with Tamara and Reagan. And then, we've actually, you can't see them here. I didn't have quite enough space to fit them all in because, again, I'm just waiting for Soth to pop off the chart here. But the last 3 normal pool hero banners we've gotten have all had a double color share of limited characters. It's the Tamara and Reagan in blue from that 2 months past. There was the Dagger and Marianne double color share limited options in red last month, and now in this month it's the giant Jotun lady alongside Lilina in green. So I would imagine there is a strong likelihood that the next normal heroes banner is likely going to have a double limited color option in colorless. Or not. Colorless is kind of a bad color most of the time, to be honest. But it was kind of, for a while, outside that color triangle thing. So I guess I kind of get it. It also only had bows, daggers, and staffs at one point. Which also didn't really have a weapon triangle necessarily. But now none of that matters. So maybe it's not relevant. Maybe they can do it and it'll be fine. But you can definitely see that post-December, we are going to have a bit of a colorless crisis on our hands. So it might make sense, within the next 2-month rotation that they come up with some strong 5-star or limited 5-star colorless options for that. But time will tell, and we'll find out sooner or later. It's currently the 25th, so it might be popping off here sooner than later. But that is what I am guessing we are going to see for the November Mythic banner. A nice way to kind of end Book 8, usher in Book 9. We can all move on with our lives. Hopefully it's Valkyries this time. Who knows? Maybe we'll go back and something will happen with Thor. Thor's been assembling a whole bunch of anti-Avengers this entire time, so maybe something good will happen there. I don't know. Leaf's going around just collecting fallen villains from all the past books. We never got any context to that. Not a single ounce of context for that. Fingers crossed it's something cool. Anyway, that's what I think we're going to be seeing for the November banner. Let me know what you guys are most excited for in the comments. That's going to do it for here. Thanks again, and I will see you in the next one.